Good morning, freedom fighters. It is 9:20 a.m. East Coast time, April 4th, 2026. Some very unusual weather coming towards us today, going to ruin a lot of people's Easter tomorrow. Look at the direct energy beams that is shooting through these storms. These NEXRADs are not for just seeing the rain. It is producing rain. There's a lot of technology that's in these domes and also next to these domes like we have here in Tarpon. But let's zoom in on Oklahoma here. It's just so unusual to me. I got to share what I'm seeing here. But you can really see these beams shooting through these storms. And it seems to be producing the weather. Storms used to come down from Canada across the nation, not form in Oklahoma like they do now. But you see direct energy beams, multiple beams from multiple devices. There's no reason to have this many devices. Even though the curvature of the earth, they need quite a few to see the rain, but I don't think these are for seeing the rain as much as it is producing the weather. You can just see all kinds of direct energy weapon technology being used here. Really scary times lay ahead for us while they lie to us with every breath. Just gonna let it play out. It just looks so unusual to me. I would not want to live in Oklahoma. I got a picture I'd like to share with you, and a hurricane tropical cyclone that happened in Australia this past few weeks. That's really incredible. You can see some of this energy harp technology moving through the area too that we can see as the clouds build up from yesterday. Very scary times lay ahead for us that's awake. And on Sunday, I'm going to try to put the Starlink Mini that I purchased through a contribution from a really good person. Thank you, Gerald. You have helped me in so much. It's not even funny. Words cannot express how much I appreciate you. I hope this is coming through good. It's a little mic I bought. It's just scary times, and I just wanted to help show the truth. That's the only reason I did any of this. Let's move on here. I want to show you the cloud formation of this. It just forms out of nothing. Look how these clouds are. This rain just forms instantly. When I was doing my captain school, the teacher said, "Can storms form out of nothing?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "No, it can't." And I'm like, "Well, you don't understand the technology they're using." And he didn't. I never brought it up either. He just, sometimes you got to bite your lip, bite your tongue, however you say it. But I'm a certified navigator. I understand the planet more than anyone could understand. Somebody just told me that the Starlink satellites that I watch at night, that's hundreds of them, are held up by balloons. They make incredible videos of deception for everybody to argue with. But the main truth is that we have lunatics controlling everything and our narrative. Everything we watch is by on purpose. Our little box that they keep us in is on purpose. We're being lied to. We're being fooled. And the people that's bringing out the truth are crazy, is what they say. Incredible storms being created this minute. All across Florida, Georgia. A lot of that was last night. Be very dangerous. Intense microwave towers. cell phone towers, all of it working together with weather controlling satellites. That is very real. They're 300 kilometers and higher, 3 to 500 kilometers. There's no balloons up there. It is very powerful technologies. And I can watch them move at night. Let's look at this at a visible satellite. This is before daylight on the 3rd. I'm going to bump it ahead. You can see how these clouds are just created out of nothing. The storm is. You can see the ripples in Colorado, New Mexico. You're going to see ripples in Oklahoma. These storm just like heating a bowl of water in the microwave that steams. You know, it's the same kind of technology. You can see the ripples in Oklahoma, Colorado, Mexico. But look at this is unusual to me. Go back an hour there. See how the weather just pushes through this technology. The clouds did. The heart ripples are still there. It'll be glitchy. But this weather just forms out of nothing. It's not coming from anywhere. It's being created right there. It's blowing up near Lawton. It's like boiling a pot of water. Massive thunder cells. This so-called heating of the day. We'll see how warm it is. There's no heating. Today is 64 degrees. See what it is in Dallas. 74. So where's the daytime heating that's causing all this? It's the machines heating up the atmosphere. Ah, mercy. I got a video loaded up here I want to show you. Here's a massive storm that was created, in my opinion. Forgot what category it was, like a 3 or 4 when it hit here. Then it hits again. Another landfall. Then a massive landfall here. You talking about create ultimate damage. It's really scary times, my friend. Weather as a weapon. They could destroy our whole coastline like they did 2 years ago in Florida. Massive weapons of weather control. I just had to show y'all what I was seeing with the radar images. And you can see it's all blowing up last night. Amazing how it just formed out of nothing. That's what we're watching on the NEXRAD. Watch Alamarino. This blows up instantly out of nowhere. These storms can catch you off guard. 2 nights ago, we had some of the heaviest rainfall I've ever seen. It's like hurricane rain. It was crazy. Pretty high winds. I just asked my helper to come inside. Look at the outflow boundary from the storms. Let's go back a little bit. That's pretty neat, actually. Man-made weather. See if I can show you the sandstorm. It might be too late now. Too many days gone by, but a major sandstorm in Africa. Talking about creating weather. Massive ripples. And then by the next day, it's going to be the largest sandstorm you ever seen across this area. Check this out. See the ripples coming down? It's going to create wind. We're having some very windy nights, shrimp, and every night it's blowing like 25 and 30. I don't understand why. I'm gonna bump it up to daybreak, but here comes the windstorm. You're gonna see a massive sandstorm is what it's gonna become at daybreak. There's the sand in the atmosphere already. Right here it is. Sorry, that might be just laying there. But look at the sandstorm going across here. See the ripples still pushing the wind. That's how they created that firestorm in California. The ripples were very distinct in that. But they covered the whole western Africa in a sandstorm. That goes right out into the ocean to the Canary Islands. And remember, all of this has a purpose. I might have should just click play there. But it's just incredible. We'll see what happens when I press play. Yeah, it's way better than me doing it. I hope this microphone's coming out clearly. It's just a little $20 headset. But you can see how it's going out into the Atlantic Ocean. Looks like a heavy chemtrail day as well. They really spray Europe and Spain. You can see it continue through the night. See what it looks like the next day. Massive sand out in the Atlantic Ocean over the Canary Islands. Then it just goes. It's like it really blew up at the end. This poor town here is really getting hammered. I've never been in a sandstorm, but I can imagine it's pretty brutal. Let me know if anybody's ever seen a sandstorm. But you can see all the sand in the Atlantic now, and that's for a reason. There's a reason for it. Not a drop of rain falls without their permission. Oh, wow. Look at the ship activity. Major ship activity. That was on the 31st. I did not see that. Wow, my friends. They are really making weather here. You can really see them at night. See how he did a turn? Same kind of ships I seen in Alaska, which there's no ships right now in Alaska. You see chemtrails, major operation going on the 30th, 31st. Let's go back at night, see how long it lasted. All right, the 28th, there was no shipping. Heavy chemtrail operation on the 29th, the morning of the 29th. Then the ships came in play on the 30th. It's uncountable. I mean, it's dozens of ships, super tankers pumping out material. Microwave energy. That's when the sandstorm probably started there. Remember what day? But look at the contrails, the chemtrail activity. These people are truly evil, man. Let's use that as a screensaver. You can see how big the operation is. It's 5 days ago. What else did they do? They're creating all this weather for Europe. Let me know what's going on over there, David. How's your weather? Our good friend David Yates shows a lot of daily stuff there. But you see how they're making the storm. Your April Fool's Day present, which used to be the first of the year. I believe that's why they have April Fool's. When I look up the original origins of April Fools, that they don't know. They act like they don't know. Oh, we don't know where April Fools come from. Yeah, we do. That used to be springtimes. That used to be the new year. It's like another heavy sandstorm. Let's go back to today. No shipping activity. Oh, my friends. We were messing with complete lunatics, dealing with them. Our fuel here in Florida is the highest I've ever seen it. It's 429 a couple days ago. Now I think it's like 420 or 419. Diesel was almost $6, 585 or something I seen. Our entire planet is clouded over. New hurricane. Southern hemisphere, they spin clockwise. Our hurricane season hasn't started, which should be counterclockwise because of the spin of the earth. It is 9:38 a.m. here in Florida and 9:38 p.m. where my dad is in the Philippines. He's sleeping. Well, he might not be asleep, but he's under darkness. You're looking at the daylight. All right, let me get to the wind here. This is our forecast for Wednesday night. I don't think I'm going to be able to go shrimping. Our cutoff's around 35. You know, we just don't want to play with 35 when they start calling for 30, near 40. We don't like playing in that. Might go out Tuesday night. It's going to be pretty breezy. But every night it blows. And last night they had up to 23 mile an hour gusts. We had 30 the other night. Like I said, man, I don't even get why we're having that wind. Dallas is gusting to 30 right there. This is live. Moving on. Creating weather. I ain't gonna lie, man. They're truly breaking my heart. When I was young, I really thought we would grow out of being evil and war and everything. Kill us. They're hurting innocent people. I know nobody's been paying attention, and sometimes I say we deserve everything we get, but we do not deserve what they're doing. They need to be the whole cycle needs to be removed somehow. But they control everything. They control all of our militaries. They control all of our law enforcements. FBI Director Ted Grunyans tried to stop all this, but they eliminated him, from what I understand. We went to the Sponge Docks yesterday for lunch, or dinner, I mean. And we were going through the shop that has all these shells and stuff. And I'm like, look, that's a textile cone snell. That is where they get the heart attack gun they've had since the 1970s. It is the most venomous creature on the planet. and the CIA had developed a heart attack gun with that extract. I can show you videos of them removing that extract from these creatures. Florida, we have them. We call them a cigarette smell because you'll be dead before you finish a cigarette. They lie to us with every breath. They divide us in every way, fashion that you can think of, from sporting events to the color of our skin, religion, whether the earth is flat or round, which we have a sunset and a sunrise happening every second of the day. If it was flat, wouldn't we all get a sunrise at the same time? The, the critical thinking is very limited around here. I study the planet, not just suspect. I understand what's going on. These are the satellites that I'm going to be using to communicate to y'all from the Gulf. They are moving. They are not on balloons, as somebody stated. You can go out at night at sunset and watch them move. They look like just stars moving, but they're not stars. Our planet is surrounded by an incredible amount of technologies, and they are all different heights and levels. An orbit would not work on a flat planet, and I can see these things with my own eyes. I live in Florida where they have been putting up rockets. I've been over on the East Coast watching them go up way before all the deception started. Like there was no internet, there was no uh, YouTube that's got everybody confused. Incredible technologies, and they've been putting up stuff up here since the 50s. That's just the internet. Here's what I use to navigate the planet with: GPS, communications that we use for satellites for communicating across the planet. My aunt had a back in the early, I'd say the late 80s, she has satellite TV like we don't have today. I could watch satellites and TV from Australia because we could pick up their satellites at a certain time of the night. Really big dish. Everybody remembered the huge dishes that was the size of cars in people's yards. That's what she had. Earth imaging satellites. Let's put all on. It's pretty amazing when you see everything. Let's see how many they have. Let's see. Come on. There we go. Almost 30,000 satellites. 29,688. 10,000 low altitude as Starlink. 10,305. Our poor planet has got so much stuff, and you can see this, a lot of this stuff. It's not a joke, my friends. They give you stuff to argue so you don't pay attention. Just like the releasing of the aliens, while they don't want you to pay attention to the Epstein files anymore. The oil stuff that's going on in Iran has nothing to do with our oil. We produce enough oil for our own self. There's no reason our price of fuel should be where it's at right now. they're making profit at $20 a barrel. They're really making profit. No, I think it's about $1 billion a week or something. They're making profit. This is Starlink. We use it in Alaska. We use it. We use it in Alaska. It's truly amazing on our vessels to have internet 100 miles offshore or anywhere, even in the mountain range of Alaska. We fish in places that's 4,000-foot mountains around us, and you can't even get a cell phone signal, but we still have internet. It's really neat. But there's something I want to show you. Let me find it here. Here's the one I purchased, the mini. Free mini kit. Huh. Wonder if I bought the big one, I could have got the little one for free. It was they had it on sale for $199. The only reason I bought it, and Gerald's the only reason I was able to. A good somebody that has been contributing to me. Words cannot express how much I appreciate him and the help all of y'all have gave me. Even your comments really keeps me going. Thank you, my friends. This is everywhere that it's available. All of South America, all of Antarctica, Australia, Philippines. And the only place it's not available is where they don't allow it. Coming soon. It's already there. You just got to get the technology to you. I think this gives me what I want here. It shows the satellites. See what's crazy to me? It says optical space lasers. Yeah, I can stop and read some of that if you want. Powered by solar. They're putting up, each rocket has 25 to 30, I believe. And we see these rockets go up all the time, putting this technology up. But it's funny they say optical lasers contains 3 space lasers. That's how they're communicating, I guess, but I can only imagine the other lasers on board. My family helped put up the first generation Star Wars system. (1990). My uncle helped work on this technology. I bought this magazine. I have it right here in front of me. Talking about space lasers in 1985 or something. I mean, I literally have this right in front of me right now. Yeah, 1985. I try to buy as much magazines and books as I can. You have to study the past to know what our future is. I have a stack of stuff. Thank you, my friends, for your time. Your comments are really helping me know that I'm not alone in this fight, that y'all do understand what's going on, and I just try to bring you the truth as I see it, as I know it. They're going to create hell this year for us in many ways. The ribeye steaks that I used to buy for $8, $9 a pound is now $24 a pound, 23 something. You can go in our grocery store and everything's buy one, get one free. All the stuff you should not eat. Healthy foods, outrageous. Fruits, vegetables. And what's sad, we spray our vegetables with stuff where bugs won't eat it or animals won't eat it, and then we consume it. How crazy is that? We eat, my whole life I've ate candy and stuff that's destroyed my teeth and destroyed my body. Eating food products with petroleum paints in it, like Skittles. I don't eat any of it anymore. I try to only eat beef. I don't eat their buy one get one free pork because I'm scared of it. I don't even recognize the chicken as chicken that I used to grow up with. That was not jumbo. They've made everything super huge. Biggest chickens I've ever seen. That's because they're feeding them stuff that's not natural. You wonder why you see such obese people like I've never seen before in history. Because it's the food they're eating. And it's all done on purpose. You create weak people, weak-minded people. We must eat healthy. We must eat like it's 1899. Our future is very bleak. They believe they're going to have some kind of utopia without us with their robots serving them. But I hate to tell them all the stuff they're going to be building with these robots. None of us are going to be able to afford any of it. Maybe they can sustain their lives without us. I don't believe they can. But only the future can tell. The next 20 years is going to be very interesting. I'll be in my 70s. I believe my grandfather lived through the best years of our country. He was born in 1916 and he lived to be 93. He had no clue any of this was going on. But I guarantee he watched it grow and he never said a word. I guess he just didn't know better. My mom, none of them knew any of this until I told them. They're watching their little black box and they're hypnotized watching all their movies. I can't stand any Hollywood's movies. I don't watch any of it. I don't go to the movies. There's nothing there for me. But I'm going to let you go, my friends. Thank you for your time. Commercial fisherman standing by.